background you can hear is YouTube, so I will try to talk louder. Let's go to a training mission. Now I can start training on this. What? What did I just tell you? That's my boy trying to overrule me while I'm playing my game.
Welcome to the Starfleet Training Simulator. Our system is currently configured to train command crew of Aegis-class starships. Here you may learn about the roles and responsibilities of each officer on the bridge, and how to operate all of the controls of their command stations. Feel free to experiment and get comfortable with the ship here in the simulator before moving on to the real thing.
First of all, let's go to engineer.
As Chief Engineer, you support all other members of the bridge crew by keeping the Aegis operating in top condition. You monitor vital status information about the ship's systems, allocate power needed for maneuvering and combat, and manage the ship's power grid to compensate for damage or boost its capabilities. You also manage the ship's repair teams and keep an eye on how visible the Aegis is to other ships in the area. Before the ship can travel between star systems, you must make the ship ready and charge its warp coils. This draws a tremendous amount of power, and you will be unable to make any further changes to power allocation or routing while prepping for warp. Begin preparing for warp now.
Warp coils charging.
That seems quite easy, actually.
Charge the warp coils. The helmsman will have a limited time to engage the warp drive, or the coils will automatically discharge to prevent damage to the ship.
Warp coils charged.
How you allocate power determines how effective each of those systems is. As situations change, you'll need to communicate with the rest of the crew to keep them supplied with power and to anticipate when to make critical adjustments. One of your most essential responsibilities as Chief Engineer is to distribute available power between each of the ship's major systems. Try giving maximum power to engines now. Now try giving maximum power to shields. You will have to reduce power to other systems first. Your system's display gives vital information about the status of the ship's various systems at all times. When your ship is suffering from negative effects, this panel provides information about the source and severity of the effect. As Chief Engineer, you have more detail about your ship's status than any other member of the crew. Activate your system's display now.
Usually I would use the VR, but as I say, I had to use the controller this time because this is how I'm going to make a video. Okay, so we're going to go to the menu.
Before we continue today, let's go ahead and sweep the restaurant a little bit because it is kind of dirty. And yeah, I didn't got time to sweep it before these two came in, but now I got some time on my hands, so let's go ahead and sweep the floors a little bit, make it all nice and shiny. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're finished. Let's go ahead and take the kitchen, and then we are going to be done with the sweeping.
Yeah, I'm going to use the VR. No, I see the screen better. But that's a lot better now.
As helmsman, you are the ship's navigator, responsible for maneuvering the ship and navigating within and between star systems. Your crew depends on you to get the ship wherever needed, to avoid collisions with hazards in space, and to maneuver for tactical advantage in combat situations. Your basic maneuvering controls allow you to give the ship forward or reverse thrust, to steer the ship to port or starboard, and to move the ship up or down on its vertical axis. The amount of thrust you can give depends on the amount of power your chief engineer allocates to engines. The more power your engines have, the more responsive the ship will be. Maneuvering controls are only available when your local map view is active. The throttle controls your speed and also allows you to reverse or make a full stop. Your ship's impulse drive allows you to travel quickly between planets and other points of interest within a star system. To travel via impulse, you will first need to plot a course by choosing a destination on the impulse map. Once the course is plotted, you will then need to align your ship with the appropriate heading and engage the impulse drive. Be aware, the impulse drive cannot be engaged unless the chief engineer has allocated sufficient power. Switch to your impulse map.
We've done that.
I'm just going with the food delivery truck now, or van, and we are going to be trying to sell some food out of it, because I think people are going to listen to actually,
Okay, and then engage.
Any point of interest in the star system to plot a course to that destination. Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
but we can't give up yet, buddy. We can't give up yet. We still got some time. You can't give up in the beginning. We still got a lot of time to like make
And if you before do full reverse, you turn a lot quicker.
Grab and push your throttle to engage the impulse drive.
Engage.
The ship's computer will automatically follow the course you plotted.
There you go. That's just a short video or tutorial of Star Trek VR. There's so much more to go. You have 3 different ships. You have the Aegis, Next Generation, and the original series. Hope you'll enjoy, and look out, just like and subscribe for more videos. Hope you enjoyed.